Steven.
Thanks, guys.
That is our opening music to our show. High five from here.
By the way, for everyone that's watching here, I was given absolutely no guidelines for this show opening. The only thing I asked was, can you give me at least a feel? And my mom then goes, give me Latin with a Jewish flair. So...
And it worked. It worked. That's it, Steven. That's our intro music.
That's the whole intro music.
That
yes.
You are the man. Perfect.
That's right.
So, do you have closing music for us?
Yes, it's the same thing, but slower. Ready?
So, welcome.
Ready?
You have it.
Is that because we'll be tired by the end of the show?
Yep.
Everything's going to slow down?
I made this up on the spot, guys.
All right.
So, welcome to the first full segment of A Jewish Mother
and a Latina.
And today we are walking into the Rosen studio, otherwise known as Steven's Playroom.
Pretty much.
And I'd like to introduce you to Steven Rosenberg, who happens to have the same last name as me.
What a coinky dink.
Who'd have thunk? There's a lot of Rosenbergs out there. He also lives in the same house as me. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. So Steven, we want to see how you go about creating the magic that you create. And then maybe we can even share a clip of a video that you've done already, maybe at the end of
Good
it.
idea. Good idea.
So, I don't know. Give me a song.
All right. No, but how did you put this one together, for example?
How did I put this one together?
Yeah.
Okay, well, this one...
Good idea.
This one, again, it's actually the same thing. I laid down the piano track. This one, the first thing I had, I didn't even have a melody in my head.
How did it come to you, Steven? Where did you get the idea? Where did you get this...
Well, the idea came from you guys. You said Latin with a Jewish flair.
Yes.
So right off the bat...
Well, wait a minute. Actually, what I said was either Latin with a Jewish feel or Jewish with a Latin feel.
Okay, but that's not fair because as some of you out there have probably already heard my mom say, in Jewish music, it's basically all just this.
Something Jewish is about to happen.
No, that's Rosen.
They're all the same. They're all the same.
Okay.
Same idea. So for the Latin feel, I thought it was kind of more fun to play on that route versus... and sort of work backwards from there rather than start with this sort of bass. So the first thing I laid down was the piano, which is basically very simplified, just...
Which is always a standard in the...
Sex and the City. Yeah. Love it.
Once I had that feel, the next thing that happened was the drums. In the background of that opening, this is the drum track that's actually playing. And it's a bunch of different stuff as well.
Can you do that?
I love percussion.
Okay, wait, Steven, stop. Okay, so first, you did the Latin track,
Yes.
right? And then what was next?
That was the next thing that
little
happened.
whatever. And then
That
what
little-
happened?
Then it was...
Then what happened?
Then it was
Well,
the
what
melody.
happened?
Going back from there, quite literally, I'll walk you through the order I went in. So
Yes,
first
go
you have the piano track. With that, I then laid down the percussion with the drums, just so I can sort of get more into the vibe of everything. With that, then next came the bass track, because once I had the piano track in, as I said at the beginning, something more chord-based, it's already there. I added the guitar track in. And then finally came time to say, well, we need a melody in here, right?
Right.
So the next best thing was, let's come up with a melody that would sort of be the Jewish flair to it, right? So thinking along those lines, the melody I came up with was quite literally... And then somehow at the end it turned into...
It gives me goosebumps.
I love it.
It really does.
That's all
Okay, now
music.
wait. Yes, I can't believe it. Steven, okay, hold on 1 second. So, you play each of these instruments individually?
Yes.
And they load into your computer. What program are you using?
This is I'm on a Mac computer, so this is Logic. It's a lot of people who have a Mac have a program that comes with a GarageBand. This is sort of the pro version of GarageBand. It lets you do, basically lets you do the same thing, but
fabulous. All right, can we play with some instruments now?
Yeah, why the heck not?
Let's get moving.
How about this? Since you're new to the Rosen studio,
Yes.
Why don't you pick one of the instruments in here? We'll talk about it.
You were telling me about that box over there?
That box over there, yes. The box over there. I'm going to play the box now.
Steven's gonna play with his box.
How about this? I'm going to have you sit on the box.
I'll sit on the box.
Turn it around. You're about to...
Oops.
The hole's going to be on the back. And the reason is,
In the back. What's this called?
cajon.
Cajon. Are we?
Yep.
Okay.
Not cajon. Cajon.
Yes, C-A-J-O-N. Yes, cajon.
Okay. The hole is in the box, in the back.
Yep.
Okay.
That's where the sound
And
is
how do you
escaping
sit?
from.
Like a lady? Like, how do I sit?
Nope.
No, not like a lady at all.
Absolutely not. Quite the opposite.
There is no dignity in music, Vivian.
Absolutely not.
Oh, this is a little
Yes.
uncomfortable here.
Do you want me to switch it?
No, it's okay.
Alright, so basically,
Yeah, oh my
this
God.
is the fun.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Go.
This is the fun of the cajon, or quite frankly, a lot of different percussion instruments, but especially this one. Have you ever listened to a melody in anywhere and literally either started playing air drums along or just started kind of tapping along on your lap a little bit?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This is quite literally the epitome of that instrument. So
okay.
on the surface, on the bottom, where you have the surface of the box,
Right here.
literally just start tapping out any melody there. Yeah. Kind of like a snare drum, you know, it has the mechanism on the inside. So for instance, I'm going to take that a step further. If I give you just this, I'm going to give you just this,
Oh my
play
God,
along
this
to
is so
it.
much fun. I like playing your bass with.
Go ahead.
Wait.
Anything that comes to your head.
Oh, I messed that up. That was bad.
That was awesome.
And of course,
Do you use the sides at all?
sometimes,
Or just the front?
Sometimes, well,
Is there a different sound?
yes, there are different sounds for different parts
Well, how do you
of
for this
the
one?
horn.
Because this is a little tricky.
You
You
dance.
could use the side, most of the time you're going to stay on the surface.
Okay.
They also have some fun things, if I... There it is. Oh boy. This is actually
created a monster.
this is actually going to be the rest of the episode now.
Cajon.
If one of my friends were here, Joe, he would definitely be able to go into much more of an in-depth explanation as some of the things that you can do that go along with it. For example,
Right.
they sell like sort of add-ons, if you will. So for instance, just like a bass drum, if anyone's seen a bass drum and said, "Hey, my speaker's going flying," maybe send it. If they made me move my stuff before. Whatchamacallit? If you've seen the bass drum of an actual drum kit and you see like the part where people are sort of putting their foot on and kicking,
Yeah.
they sell a sort of mechanism for it so that way it hits right in the sweet spot of where you would be hitting to emulate sort of a
All
bass
right, but
drum.
where would my foot be though? Here?
It would be an actual pedal. So
I
your
would
foot
hit
would
my
be
foot
out
here?
here, and as you would sort of tap your foot in front of the box,
It's hitting it here?
the mechanism would be hitting on the bottom where you would sort of
All right.
emulate
Next
bass.
toy. Next toy.
Viv could play with this toy
Yes.
till
Yeah,
the
we
cows
better put
come
that
home.
away before
But we don't
it
have
really
any cows
becomes
because
the
we're in
rest of the
Staten Island.
All right.
Don't raise your hand as high.
How about if I start with this?
Keep that going. There you go. Now let's change the sounds on here. We can do that too.
What the heck? I lost it.
We just changed the
What's that?
I
sound.
was doing really well
What
too.
sound does that one do? What's this? That one.
The crash. Okay, right now it's doing
It's a
different
what?
things.
A
Right now it's
a
doing.
crash?
Right now it's doing
Crash
different
signal.
things because I told it to.
Hold on.
Now do it. Yeah. That's what a crash symbol. Even though it can do all of these different sounds on here, basically 9 out of 10 times when I'm doing like a cover video,
Awesome.
it's set as a regular drum.
All right. What's next? What's
You
next?
tell me.
Next
I
instrument.
let you say drums, so who chose the drums?
Who chose? I chose the drums.
You chose
Your
drums. I
turn.
guess you get to pick next. What do you want to play with in here next?
I don't know. What do you have?
Well, we have the guitar, and we have
What's a guitar?
the melodica, and
Oh God, not
we
that.
have the automaton.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
The harmonica.
Why don't we go to the guitar since it's right
All
over
right.
here?
All right, Steven. What kind of guitar is this? Because I have no idea.
Okay, so knowing that, you know, we had a limited amount of time, I chose probably the most interesting guitar that I have down here. And this is actually the workhorse of the studio that I have down here. So this, obviously it's an electric guitar, but more importantly than that, this is Line 6's Variax guitar, which is actually really cool because it can, long story short, emulate a lot of different guitar sounds electronically, for lack of a better word here. So if I want to, right, if I want something like, for any guitarists in here, a Les Paul sound, right, which is a little bit of a fatter sound, a little bit fuller, I can do that. I could also shift to a Stratocaster sound for non-guitarists. It's a little bit thinner sounding, a little bit snappier. Now, noticeable difference, I can also make it sound like an acoustic guitar. Or a 12-string guitar, right? Now, I never use this feature on here, but damn it, it's really fun. I'm going to talk about it anyway. I could have a sitar sound. Had this thing for a few years. I've never once needed that on a recording. I also have a banjo sound.
But you don't need that because you have a banjo.
Right.
Thank you, Courtney.
Okay, so I'm gonna try this out.
Oh boy.
Huh?
Viv wants to try the guitar.
Oh boy. I love how I got stuck with this one and ended up getting the cool one. That was like the opposite of what I wanted.
It matches my shirt. Hold on, hold my glasses.
I'm holding the glasses.
I'll pretend I can see. Okay. So what are we doing here?
We're gonna play some guitar here. All right.
Where do I put my fingers? I have no idea how to hold a guitar.
Let's go for a chord, okay? Let's go for an easy chord that a lot of guitarists start with,
Yes.
okay? So I'm gonna really quickly give each of your fingers a number. So your index finger is gonna be 1, your mid finger is gonna be 2, ring finger is going to be 3, your pinky is going to be 4. Yeah, well right now, not even on there, I'm just going to number your fingers so you know what I'm referring to.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
got it.
The strings on the guitar each have a note on them. Obviously you don't need to know this right now, but the 6 strings of the guitar are E, A, D, G, B, E. If you want to remember that, it's Eddie Ate Dynamite, Goodbye Eddie. A lot of fun.
I'm not going to remember any of that.
Go
I
ahead.
just want to have fun.
Repeat
So
after
here's what
me.
we're gonna
Eddie
do.
ate dynamite.
No.
Let's take,
Goodbye,
Let's
Eddie.
just play.
Okay.
let's take your middle finger, this is your 2 finger,
My
and I want you to
2 finger.
put it on that 2nd string on the 2nd fret. Move that over by 1.
Right there?
Yeah, get it a little bit further over. Good. Stop. Halt right there.
Okay.
Now take your 3 fingers right under there and
Yeah.
put it on the next string on the same fret.
My fingers don't
Right
spread
under
that
it.
wide.
You don't have to.
No,
they actually have to
right
be quite
under it.
close
Right
together.
under it? Oh.
Yep.
Oh.
There you go. Now
Did
play
you
all 6
notice?
strings.
Did you notice how Viv had to use one hand to put the finger down on the other?
I mean, everyone does that. No. Play all 6 strings at once.
Wait,
you
am
go.
I pressing these?
Yep.
Yeah.
You're pressing them down.
That's what I'm saying.
There you go. There's the first chord. E minor. Now, if you take both fingers, right?
That's good, right?
Yeah.
Take
okay.
both fingers now
Yeah.
and move them down a string each. So you're here. Watch me. Each finger and
Yeah.
move it down by a string.
That's it. That was
Cool.
it.
Now, final thing we're going to do for today.
All right, yes?
Take your first finger and you're going to put it on the
Right
first
Left
fret
knee on
on
the
the
ground.
C string, right where I'm pointing.
Where?
I'm going to point right there. Good. Nope, 1 string down.
I can't see where you're pointing. I have no
That's fine.
glasses on. Okay.
You don't need them. Now, your fingers are kind of straight. Try and bend them a little bit. Try and bend those fingers a
I
little
There
bit.
you go. You just did.
I
You
did?
just did. Hit all 6 strings
This
at
feels
once.
very awkward.
Getting close. You also have fingernails too, so it's going to be a little bit difficult. Obviously, having fingernails is going to make this a lot harder as well.
Remember Chado? Was that her name? Wait, did she play Chado?
Charo.
She used to go.
She played Spanish guitar.
Well, I mean, funny thing about this chord progression, if you take those 2 chords and you start rapidly playing them, you can kind of get that a little
Am
bit.
I supposed to keep my fingers here all this time? This kind of hurts.
No, get rid of your hand.
Okay.
You're good. You're good. If you were to take those 2 chords, though, you can kind of go.
No.
Alright, you need to be playing the thing.
Not even close.
How about this? You know, fun fact though, my mom actually does play the guitar.
Very little. Very little.
Do you want to switch?
Who wants to see my mom play guitar?
Switch.
You don't want that big.
I don't like that bit.
Here you go. We
I'm
don't
very
want that big.
I'm picky.
Let's see. Do you remember your G, C9? Do you remember that? Really measure this out. Don't play the E string on the D.
I'm sorry, my bad.
Good job, Mom.
I remember it.
She hasn't practiced at all. By the way, the whole purpose of me having my mom switch in was because she's been telling me that she can't practice due to her knee, and I just disproved her, so she's gonna practice now.
Yeah, I'm excited that I can now. Thank you so much for doing this with us
Absolutely,
today.
thank you.
It's so much fun.
You're standing too close.